Martell Wiley, now known as Snitch's News, claimed on the witness stand, while testifying in the Hobos RICO trial, that he was responsible for shooting Gregory Bowlegs Chester, the leader of Chicago's most feared and ruthless super gang, the Hobos. Of course, the self-proclaimed Michael Jordan of YouTube is lying. Snitch's News is once again inserting himself into a story as the star of the show, when in actuality, he was a scrub cheering his team to victory from the comfort of his seat at the end of the bench. It's like the movie Trading Places. Snitch's News pretends he was a super gangster before YouTube, when in actuality, he was a bum then, he's a bum now, and he'll always be a bum, no matter how much money he makes pushing peace for profit. On today's show, we'll reveal the name of the Newtown black disciple, who really shot Bowlegs, what happened to that person, and provide an in-depth explanation of Snitch's News war of words with members of the trigger-happy family from THF 46. This is the Cartoon News Network's feature presentation, Trading Places with the Hobos, Chiraq Super Gang.
I did the shoot on everything. They asked me about the hobo leader, and they asked me about the hobo leader, and what happened that day. I told them that I seen them coming out of our building. We was into it. They told us that we was into it with him, and I chased his ass down and fired him up.
I mean, you beating up on a man, you putting a man in the hospital. How come I don't see no marks on you? Yeah, because I'm a karate man, all right? Karate man bruise on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
The feds say Chester used the Hobos criminal enterprise to fund a lavish lifestyle. He allegedly bought luxury cars, took trips abroad, and cashed $645,283 at the Horseshoe Hammond Casino. Prosecutors also say he paid for a lawyer when his fellow hobos got into legal trouble, and bought them gifts when they walked out of prison. Chester once survived being shot 19 times, and prosecutors say he carried Mac 11 and FN57 handguns to social events, as innocuous as a picnic. He got his nickname from a bone disease that makes it difficult to walk. And during the months-long trial that ended in January 2017, Chester's attorney told the jury, there are no crippled kingpins. The feds countered in a post-trial court memo that there is, and his name is Gregory Chester. Chester built his leadership and power in the Hobos through skillful manipulation of others, and by peddling money, drugs, handguns, and a gangster lifestyle to young men on the South Side, Assistant U.S. Attorney Patrick Otlewski wrote. The Hobos' deadly reputation appeared to be on display during the trial when former NBA player Bobby Simmons took the stand and claimed not to remember much about the night senior Hobos, Paris Polo-Roski Poe, and Arnold Armstrong counsel robbed him of a $200,000 white gold necklace. A federal inmate, Mac Mason, simply refused to testify out of concern for his family's welfare. It cost Mason an extra 2 months behind bars. A jury ultimately found Chester, Poe, counsel and 3 other men guilty of a racketeering conspiracy and 5 murders. The jury tied Chester to the murder of FBI informant Keith Daniels, gunned down by Poe in front of his girlfriend and 2 young children, and Newtown black disciple leader Antonio Beans Blewett, assassinated after a funeral on a Sunday afternoon with a cigar still hanging from his mouth. The feds say a caravan of hobos sprayed 41 bullets into Blewett's car when they killed him, so many that Chicago police ran out of placards to mark the spent cartridge casings they found at the scene. Why did the Hobos murder the Newtown black disciple leader, Antonio Beans Blewett? You guessed it. It's because he's the one that shot Gregory Bowlegs Chester 19 times. Not Snitch's News.
That man on camera with Teasy, bro. On everything. The nigga got on the stand, bro. What's y'all excuse for that? What's y'all excuse for the hobos? Y'all told on the hobos. Y'all blocked, bro. Y'all block told on the hobos, bro. I took the weight for the whole thing, nigga. But y'all block told, nigga. On everything. Y'all could have got people who from my block locked up, but I took the weight. I did it. On everything, bro. You ain't making no video about that.
Gotta keep you doing the tight surveillance, man. That's why I'm wearing these bummy clothes. You had to make sure a dude had his payroll before I made my move.
Tell us how you cut him.
You ain't making no video about that, how I took the weight, and how I did it. You know what I'm saying? How I meant to do it. I ain't got to take everybody down. I did the shit. You hear me? That's being a man, bro. That's being a man, and y'all could close this shit on everything, bro. Yeah, I did what the fuck I did. But ask any nigga in the street that they ever play with me. They ain't never play with me, bro. Because I demand the respect. Bro, hey, look, all this shit that I'm saying is in the newspaper, bro. All this is first-hand information. See, that's why I say reading is fundamental, man. Reading is fundamental.
Also probative of a link among the members of the Hobos was their willingness to protect each other and retaliate on behalf of each other. The most obvious example is the involvement of every trial defendant, other than Poe, in the murder of Antonio Blewett, which also turned out to be the murder of Gregory Neely, and the attempted murder of Cashel Williams and Roosevelt Walker. Blewett was suspected of being responsible for Chester being shot, and within days, Gabriel Bush and Arnold Council were planning a response and, the jury could have believed, offering a cash reward for Blewett's murder, either at their own initiative or at the behest of Chester. The shooting of Chester also ignited an all-out war with the Newtown and Fifth Ward Black Disciples. In quick succession after the shooting of Chester on June 3, 2007, the Hobos targeted Andre Simmons, also known as Diamond Dre, in a drive-by shooting perpetrated by Bush, Council, Ford, and Todd. On June 27, Bush, Derek Vaughn, Chad Todd, and others shot Jonte Robinson in Newtown Black Disciple territory. On July 9, 2007, Bush and Ford shot the miners, Lee Turner and Marvin Dickerson, in Fifth Ward Black Disciple territory. On August 27, Bush and Jones participated in the shooting of Blewett's close associate, Eddie Jones. Days later, came the Blewett murder. These attacks, on the Newtown Black Disciples, the gang, believed to be behind Chester's shooting, took place shortly after that shooting. Coincidence? The jury need not have believed so. And neither should you. Reading is fundamental. If you read the court documents with me, then you know that the leader of the Newtown Black Disciples, Antonio Beans Blewett, is the person that shot Gregory Bowlegs Chester. After Blewett shot Chester, the Hobos went absolutely crazy, and made it hard on the Newtown beaties to come outside, without getting shot. Snitch's News is claiming street credit for some shit that a dead man did. Snitch's News is a bum-ass nigga that keeps lying, and thinking he's outsmarting everybody. He has repeatedly claimed that he snitched on O Block to promote peace in memory of his murdered friend, FBG Duck. But remember, reading is fundamental. Snitch's News got paid for working with authorities, and he started snitching when Duck was just a teenager.
See, that's why I say reading is fundamental, man. Reading is fundamental. Cause look, if you really read, if you would have listened with your ears, man, you would know this shit, man. This shit in the newspaper. Man, he was in the paperwork at the same time as all of us. Man was a witness from the jump. Man told them people that he went downtown to get some clothes and Teasy was jealous.
Wish my bitches hurry up and get me. I ain't got no time to be sitting inside this sad with you. Where is your bitches, Mr. Big Time Pimp? Yeah.
Hey, look, make sure y'all get this video around the Reddit. Tell Teasy this. Hey, Teasy, I'ma send you a letter, man. I'ma send you a letter on everything. Picture of a Bella Danger. Look up. Send you a picture of a Bella Danger, nigga, bending over, nigga. Cause that's the only time you gonna see some ass, nigga. Oh, but I forgot, Teasy, I forgot. You take things in jail. You love boys, you love men.
Didn't I tell you that the phone in my limousine is busted and I can't get in contact with my bitches?
Yeah, the phone in the limo is busted. What are you, ignorant?
Private Trenches News. I got a song coming out, man. You hear the song, you go crazy.
Hey, give me a little piece of the song, man.
You say it's about a text message, but you lie, you a spy, and you working for the FBI.
Damn.
Yeah, I got some shit coming down around here. Yeah, Surviving Trenches News, the book coming, shit. Me up on game, how I write books. Nigga.
Yeah.
You said you was Michael Jordan, nigga. Don't forget about Scottie Pippen.
For sure. He did get on the stand and bragged about that shit. I also heard he had something to do with taking down the Hobos.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't hear about that beast?
Yeah, dog. That shit, they said something about he said he shot them 17 times. That shit false. That shit cap.
Because they get wild.
That shit cap.
Them niggas get wild.
Shot you Hobos 17 times. That was lying.
But damn, but I heard he was a part of like that indictment that eventually took him down. He was snitching on that shit too?
No. Snitch's News did not snitch on the Hobos. Cashel Williams, the leader of the Fifth Ward set of Black Disciples, is the person that testified against the Hobos, after his homie, Antonio Beans Blewett, the leader of the Newtown Beaties, got his snot box rocked for shooting the leader of the Hobos 19 times. Cashel Williams was shot by the Hobos when they killed Snitch's News big homie, Antonio Blewett. A couple of years later, Cashel Williams went to jail for killing Reezy from O Block. After the death of Reezy, who was also called Rah Rah, the new town BDs and 5th Ward BDs were no longer welcomed on O Block. That's when Snitch's news switched to the other side and started hanging with guys like FBG Duck, even though he was almost 10 years older than him. Anyway, there aren't too many guys that claim 5th Ward anymore because their leader, Cashel Williams, snitched on the Hobos, and a lot of their shorties were already claiming THF 46. So basically, 5th Ward were the BDs in THF 46, which is a gang comprised of mostly Mickey Cobras. So, that's what Snitch's news is talking about when he accuses THF of snitching on the Hobos. Of course, Snitch's news calling out a whole block for snitching when he's the Michael Jordan of the shit is ridiculous. I guess he forgot about the paperwork from Reezy's murder because he's in it. His name doesn't appear, but let's see if you can guess who the confidential informant was, and remember, reading is fundamental. But before we start reading the paperwork, please put some pressure on that like button, subscribe, and share this video to take it to the top of the YouTube algorithm.
And on everything, nigga, I was out there in the mix. I was out there in the streets, so I know everything that go on, bro. I know everything that go on. Y'all block weak as hell, bro. On everything. You want to ask them about something? Ask them how they try to play Trench's News out his money when I hit that lick, and I made they ass all go to Parkway. Ask your homies them about that. Ask them how they got in Parkway. Ask them who told them they can't be on this block no more.
You know who you fucking with? Back the fuck up. Back up. You know who you fucking with in cell number 4 on the 9th floor?
I analyzed the situation, you know what I'm talking about? And the situation was that Rah brother had grabbed one of the folks' wife ass. You know what I'm talking about? He palmed it. He ain't just smacked it. He palmed it. You know, she got a little fat one. So she had called one of the little guys from Newtown. He a drunk, skinny, weigh 100 pounds. Rah brother, 6'1", 6'2", probably about 175, 180. Man, my homie Lil Rad knocked him clean out. Boom, man, you said you touched my sister-in-law? Yeah, I touched her. What you gonna do, nigga? This our block. Wow, wiped him out with one punch. And this how Newtown ended up getting into Old Parkway because of that. So it's like Newtown. It was like, bro, some Braveheart shit, bro. Some meeting up. Some 1976 type shit. George Washington them type shit. They got the bagging up. So we stayed there. The nigga ill will up. No bullshit. This ain't no lie. He up the gun, bro, with a stick in and got the spraying. Whoa. I swear to God, bro, you would think Jesus covered us with a blanket. Everybody who was out there, man. Because ain't nobody who was out there get hit. None of us on our side got hit. So, one of the folks, you know what I'm talking about, return fire. Don't. So now, Newtown and Parkway into it because they thinking that we done killed Rah.
According to the police report from the murder of Laverick Marshall, aka Rah Rah, CI has known Cash for approximately 2 years, but not well enough to start discussing the shooting of Marshall. So, I guess Snitch's news wasn't as plugged into the streets, as he repeatedly claims. Snitch's news knew Willie to stash his guns at 6358 South King Drive. The apartment is the one whose windows are left of the main entrance.
So homicide, they get to grabbing everybody. The niggas in Parkway, they 12 too, because they was telling the police that Newtown had killed their homie. So they came and grabbed me, they came and grabbed my homie them, they came and grabbed 5th Ward, they was grabbing niggas, bro, for the homicide. You know? So they was asking us what gun we had. We telling them we ain't had no gun, because it was irrelevant for us to have a gun, and he shot first and all that shit, so we ain't had no gun. We stuck to that story. So then, you know, they was asking him why he had a gun. He said he ain't had no gun. So what they did was they caught him in Parkway like 4-5 months later with the same gun that killed Rah and ran ballistics. They caught him with the gun. So now they know that they got the gun that killed Rah now. They got him with the gun, so they got the gun ballistics. He ended up getting 20 years for killing his own homie, man. And that was shit was sad though, man. But that's how Rah died, man. This Trench News. I'll be back at y'all with the Paris Poe story.
Paris Poe is one of the reasons that a bum-ass nigga like Snitch's News wouldn't even dream of shooting a gangster like Bowlegs without waking up and apologizing. The Hobos were a super gang, with gangster disciples and black disciples uniting after the demolition of the Robert Taylor housing projects. The Hobos wreaked havoc in the city of Chicago for over a decade. Days after Boleg's arrest in 2013, the feds say Poe cut off an electronic monitoring ankle bracelet and hunted Daniels down in Dalton, Illinois, where the FBI had helped him move. Daniels was a drug dealer, the brother of high-ranking hobo Arnold Council, and cooperating with authorities. Poe stepped from behind a shrub and opened fire on the car carrying Daniels, his girlfriend, and their two gorgeous little kids home from a Sunday family dinner. Daniels leapt from the car. A bullet pierced his heart. And as he gasped for breath on the ground in front of his 6-year-old boy and 4-year-old girl, Poe fired gunshot after gunshot after gunshot into his body.
I was poor, no one liked me. I lost my job, I lost my house. Penelope hated me. It was all because of this terrible, awful Negro.
Get you some money. You think you're going to get on by putting my name in titles and, you know what I'm saying, y'all going on, what's the name, saying my name, trying to go on Crackhead Truth Teller page. And when Man went on there, Man lying like a motherfucker. Man said that he ain't do nothing. He called the U.S. District Attorney and treated them and told them to quit playing with his name, bro. Hey, look, all this shit that I'm saying is in the newspaper, bro. All this is first-hand information. See, that's why I say reading is fundamental, man. Reading is fundamental.